Today, we're making more putts. And more importantly, I'm gonna give you my 3T system that makes it super easy for anybody to do. I'm PGA teaching professional Todd Kolb, Director of Instruction for US Golf TV. I've got this system, it's called the 3T system. We're going to train it, we're going to test it, and then I'm gonna show you how to actually trust it when you head to the golf course. So let's dive right in. First thing that we're gonna do is we've gotta train it. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna train our aim, because this is what I see with most golfers. When they struggle with putting, especially as they get inside 15 feet, they really struggle with aiming. So let's walk through that. So all you're gonna need here is a penny, a Sharpie, and an alignment rod, all right? And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my Sharpie and my alignment rod, and I'm just gonna put a little dot on the green. Now, the dot won't hurt the grass, so don't be worried about that, but I'm just putting a little blue dot right here to mark where my golf ball is gonna be. Now, to actually train my aim, the first part of the tee, I'm just gonna take this alignment rod and I'm gonna line it up so that it's literally halfway through the dot right there. And I'm gonna take the Sharpie and I'm just gonna put a line in front of that dot. Now, in a second here, I'm gonna share with you why it's so important that you put that line on the front side of the dot, because most people do the opposite. They put the line on the back side. Not a good idea. So let's go ahead. So here's what I've got. I've got a little dot, I've got a line in front. Now the line is about 3-4 inches, and I'm just gonna put the ball down there. Now, because I've got that line on the front side, I can take the putter, all right? And I've got my new VLS Golf, my G-Track putter. This thing is awesome. And I can just point the white line on the top right down the blue lines. Now I know that my putter is perfectly straight and square, and I'm just gonna go ahead and roll a couple putts. I'm not even putting to a hole, because I'm not actually worried about making it. I'm worried about training it, remember? Worried about training it. So here we go. I've got it right there. I line up the line of my putter with the blue line, and all I'm gonna do is just roll it right down the line, boom. Now what's happening when I do this? I'm calibrating my eyes to understand and see and look and feel what square is. With the line in front, I've got a good reference. A lot of golfers, I see them doing this all the time on the golf course. When they're training, I should say the practice green, they put the line on the backside. Now, we've done a ton of videos on putting, but we don't believe that the putter swings perfectly straight back and straight through. It has a little bit of an arc. That's why we like to have the line in front. Let's go ahead and hit one more, and then we're gonna work into the second part of the tee. So I've got a blue dot where the ball goes. I've got about a 3-inch line in front that I made with the alignment rod, and all I'm gonna do is get the putter square up the lines, and go ahead and roll it and just calibrate those eyes. So that's the first part of the 3T system. That's what we call training it. All right, so now we're gonna just simply test it. And it got me thinking, when we talk about testing, one of the things that is really important is this skill. We've got this, Nick, don't let me forget at the end to mention this skill, the most important skill in putting. We did a video on it. Don't let me forget to do that, Nick, because I want to make sure that we understand now that we're training it, we can actually test the skill as well. So we'll get to that in a little bit. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take the alignment rod. Remember, we've got the dot. That's where the ball goes. And I've got this blue line in front. So I'm just going to go ahead and line those up. So I've got a square line. And now I'm going to take the penny. And I'm going to put the penny on the other end of the alignment stick. So you'll notice here, very simple. I've got one side of the alignment rod on the blue dot where the ball goes. I've got the straight line on the front side that I've been using to train, and I've got the penny here on the end. Very simple. Now we're gonna just go ahead and take the alignment rod, move it to the side, get set up here, and all I'm gonna do is just see if I can roll the ball over that penny. And if I can do that, okay, like that one, I pushed a little bit. What does that tell us? Face a little open, right? No big deal. Now I just need to make the adjustment. So here we go. Make sure my face is square. All right, looking down the line, roll it. Okay, push it again. So I'm learning something. This is the whole point of the 3T system, is that I'm actually training right now. I'm learning something, all right? And so I've got to make a little bit of an adjustment. Let me get back here and get in here again. So I've got the putter face square, and I'm just testing my stroke a little bit right now. Boom, okay, that one went right over it. So that is the second part of the 3T. I've got to actually train it but then I've got to test it. Now the third part we want to talk about is how do we actually trust it? So let's dive right into that. Hey, do you know our favorite thing to ask is where are you from? All right, it's one of the things that Nick and I love about hearing where everybody's from and all over the world. It's pretty crazy where we get people coming from to tune in here to US Golf TV. Subscribe, tell a friend about it, ring the bell, you know all the stuff. Nick, give him a thumbs up so they know you're here, my friend. There he is, all right? So Nick's here. Do us a favor and tell everybody else about US Golf TV. We have gone through the first 2 steps of the tee system, all right? And do not let me forget, Nick, don't let me forget at the end to talk about the most important skill with putting, because we got to get that to them as well, all right? So we have actually trained it, we've tested it. Now the most important part is we actually have to trust it, all right? So here's what I want you to do. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a golf ball, got my VLS golf ball right here, and I've got a putt. This is probably about it's about a 10, 12 foot putt, all right? One that we'd like to make, we probably don't make it all the time, but it's one that, you know what, if we're having a good day, we might roll a couple of these in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the VLS golf and I'm gonna line it up where I want this golf ball to start. So I've got this putt breaking slightly to the left, so I'm gonna aim at about the right edge. So VLS golf, pointed at the right edge of the cup. Now let's think about the process that we've done here. We have actually trained it where we had a dot and a line in front. Okay, we've tested it where we tried to roll it over that penny. So we're just taking that and we're actually implementing it in the golf course. So I've got it lined up. So that's my straight line now. Before I had the blue line. Now I've got the words, the logo on the golf ball to use as my blue line, right? To help me aim my putter face. I'm gonna aim my putter face. I'm gonna get set in here and I'm just gonna go ahead and trust it knowing that I've got proper aim. Okay, right in the middle of the cup. Yes, that was the first take, that was not a second take. So the 3T system, we've gotta learn to train it, we've gotta learn to test it, we've gotta learn to trust it. If we do those couple of things, you're gonna make some more putts. Now I promised you this, in the next video, I'm going to talk about the most important skill when it comes to making putts. Now that we know how to train and trust, let's learn the most important skill. Check it out, it's in the next video.